you people want to discuss. Can you consider re-establishing the liquor licensing court and don't leave it to the county government alone? Bring in the county commissioner, bring in the county police commander, bring in the people from the DCI, bring in NACADA, bring in church people. By law, don't leave it to the governor. By law, bring in men and women of integrity in the liquor licensing court. Then don't allow the nonsense that is going on, that licenses are issued throughout the year. It has never happened. Licenses were issued once a year, once. And it was a serious affair. People are given 2 or 3 weeks to apply. Vetting takes another 2 weeks. The licenses are issued, and there was a mechanism for appeal. Chapter closed. Those licenses, they work for the whole year. We must go back to that, because that is a problem we are having. In some counties, just getting the receipt to apply to be considered is a license. That is what is happening in Kiambu. And since the county wants revenue, as long as you can afford what is being required, you just pay, you start. Receipts cannot be a license. A receipt is an application for consideration. So you people must come out with a law that clearly spells out the mechanism of issuing a license. And that liquor licensing court, it must be vetted by the county assemblies. Watch our end vetting. So that we have men and women of integrity. Again, you must create a mechanism of impeaching them. And you must lower the threshold. Let it not be 2/3. It could have 50+1, simple majority. So that if people become rogue, the assembly can remove them. You must come up with very stiff penalties that are deterrent, especially to the brewers and the peddlers. The people who are making these illicit brews, and those who are doing wholesale, and those who are transporting. You must come up with very punitive penalties, both in terms of fines and imprisonment terms. Number 2, you may want to consider what to do with vehicles that are impounded, transporting drugs and illicit alcohol within your county. You may want to consider that those vehicles are forfeited to the county government so that it's deterrent. You need to look at the wines and spirits. Those are the most notorious. You want to ask yourself, why do you want wines and spirits that are selling intoxicating products? Do you want to allow them to operate throughout? Why don't you regulate them? Why don't they open for a few hours after work? Why do you want them to sell from morning? Because these are the people selling people sachets. They are the ones who are selling this to our school children. And you must also come up with a very heavy penalty for anybody caught selling alcohol and those things to school-going children and minors. Very heavy penalty. So that ukiamua kuuzia mtoto wa shule, you know what it means. It must be very heavy. We have had a very big weakness on licensing. Since the county governments came into place, this exercise was being done by NACADA and the county commissioners and the district commissioners then. It was a very serious exercise. I served in that government myself, that administration. The liquor licensing court was not a joke. It was a very serious affair chaired by the district commissioner. And they were very responsible people. They will never license kiosks to be bars. They will never license kiosks to be bar and restaurants. And I can tell you life was working because Tusker then was called Baada ya Kazi. It has now changed Badala ya Kazi. Now, hizi mabaa magavana wamefungua, kwa kijiji, in a small town, a small trading center, like maybe Mushagara pale Gishugu, town ya duka 10, 7 ni bar, 1 ni hoteli, ingine 1 ni butchery, ingine ni duka. 7 are bars. They are open throughout, they are bar and restaurant. The governor amechukua pesa, revenue ya kumsaidia county. Anaenda kujenga barabara, anaenda kujenga hospitali na mochari. Anajegea nani? There is nobody to utilize those facilities. Why do you kill people to collect revenue to take care of people who are dead?
Invest and build at Optiven's ultimate solution for genuine property ownership fused with luxury living and affordability. With our fully stocked supermarket of value-added residential and commercial properties in prime locations across the country, we cater to all your needs. Some of our projects include Achievers Paradise in Ngong, Ushindi Gardens in Nakuru, Great Oasis Gardens in Nanyuki, Kithimani Springs along the Thika Garissa Road, Hekima Gardens in Nyeri, Garden of Joy in Machakos, Wema Gardens in Narumoro, Tulivu Gardens at Konza Technopolis, and Love Gardens, Kajiado County.